This is the final presentation for 440 Perspectives in Psychology. Final thoughts about preparations about doomsday preppers and preparations for disaster by Quinn Henderson. The concept of doomsday is not taken lightly by a select population referred to as doomsday preppers. If you ask a doomsday prepper whether or not the time to start prepping for impending disaster is now, the response would indicate preparations should have happened long ago. Those of us who attended public schools were inundated with practice drills on how to evacuate the building in case of fire or bomb threat. After the Columbine massacre in Colorado in 1999, a plan was executed to ensure safety in case a shooter or shooters infiltrated the school building. Emergency evacuations from wildfires, hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes, and other natural disasters have provided successful escape routes and recovery plans. People learned how to flee for safety, find shelter, and recover from the negative impacts. Past presidents taking action by building fallout shelters and organizations taking action by teaching primal survival skills to improve chances of sustainability came from the inherent belief that the impending disasters could threaten existence of humankind. Currently, economic instabilities, political unrest, and condemnation of law enforcement add to civil insecurities. Nuclear weaponry across the globe poses a potential threat if power and control fall into the wrong hands. Now the COVID-19 pandemic wreaks havoc around the world and economy, and society trusts medical experts to provide a rescue vaccine. After ruminating over these thoughts, the following inquiry resulted. Who is currently educated or is likely to become educated in primal survival skills? Will society become solely dependent on male survival skills to protect and sustain the remaining population if disaster strikes? How many people in today's society are equipped to survive in the aftermath of an insurmountable disaster? In an attempt to research the answers of these questions, an online survey was sent out to a sample size of 57 participants from an online gaming community. The results indicated a majority of the participants were over 30, with a mean and standard deviation of 1.57 plus or minus 0.78. The majority of participants over 30 had considered learning primal and survival skills. Males were more likely to want to learn primal survival skills, with a mean and standard deviation of 1.857 plus or minus 0.90, and females were less likely at 2.125 plus or minus 0.86. There was a positive correlation between wanting to learn survival skills and sex assigned at birth, a correlation equal to 0.56 with a p-value greater than 0.001. The original hypothesis that males wanted to learn primal survival skills rather than females was correct, but a larger sample size needed to be collected. Participants were split between yes and no when asked if they could be self-sustainable. Perhaps learning primal survival skills as early as age 16 should be explored. Encouraging men and women to become equally well-versed in survival skills may improve chances for survival. Lessons in how to grow vegetables, tend livestock, and other self-sustainable activities could also promote resilience after a disaster. As social media continues to cover the latest natural disasters, political and civil unrest, and economic instabilities, our concerns about making doomsday preparations just a passing thought. Because doomsday preppers go to great lengths to prepare for the end of the world, beliefs, motivations, and strategies regarding survival may be viewed as extreme. Doomsday preppers may be perceived as a subculture, but the division between doomsday preppers and mainstream society is beginning to shrink. Further research will hopefully provide answers about whose actions are most aligned with the current state of the country and the world. Thank you.